Thanks for spending just a minute thinking about God's truth with me today. Today we focus on the truth of Matthew 2:11. Matthew 2 tells us about wise men known as magi. These guys are shrouded in mystery. Are they kings? Are they astrologers? Are they from the same stock as the wise men noted in Daniel or Esther? We don't know precisely because Matthew doesn't tell us. We know that they're from the east. We know they understand God's cosmic revelation enough to follow a star to Jerusalem in search of a newborn king. They have the clout to gain an audience with King Herod so they can ask him where the king of the Jews was born. And even though most nativity scenes have 3 kings, we're never told how many there were, only that 3 gifts were presented to Jesus. And we know they came from the east for one purpose, to worship the newborn king. They find him in Bethlehem, and going into the house they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. It's time to start the clock and break it down. After such a long journey, the Magi finally reach their goal. They worship Jesus. They give him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And notice, please, that Mary is not the one being worshipped, only Jesus. Don't you find it interesting that the people who should be aware of the Messiah's birth, the Jewish religious leadership who have spent their lives studying the scriptures, they have no clue that God is entering time and space in the person of Jesus. But God still arranges a welcoming party as the Magi travel to worship Jesus as King and as God and as the one promised by all the prophets. The majority is oblivious to what God is doing. A small minority responds in obedience and bows to worship Jesus. It's kind of like our world today. The majority of people roll through each day without considering that Jesus is King, Jesus is God, and Jesus is worthy of all our worship. Are you with the majority, or do you worship King Jesus? As usual, I'm interested in your thoughts. Please leave your comments or questions below, and please subscribe and share this verse with people in your life who may benefit. And remember, Jesus is King. Jesus is worthy of all our worship. How are you responding to him today? Serve him well. God bless you.